We've got some famous faces joining us
Yes.
today. We've got, you sometimes this word gets thrown about a little bit too easily, but I would say legend, a Big Brother legend.
Ooh.
Aisling. Do you remember her? Aisling Horgan-Wallace.
You better know yourself, little girl.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Well done. Your impressions.
That was a bad one.
Already. No,
That was
I
a bit American.
I haven't got over the Julie one yesterday. That's just still like replaying in my mind. So we've got Aisling and we've got Gemma Lucy as well on to talk about, the housemates, what they think about them, their reactions, bit predictions. So yeah, we'll stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that, because that will be good. They don't hold back, do they? And that's what we love.
Exactly.
So obviously last night they were straight in there with the twist, weren't they? So we'd speculated as to what sort of the launch night challenge would be, and there was no holds barred, were there? They were straight in, and it was Louis and Sharon in the little bed sit having to judge people.
Oh, it was just, it's my kind of idea of a dream. I would absolutely love to. It's kind of what we're doing now, really. Sat in a secret little room and we're just judging others.
We haven't got the budget for the little cards to move around.
We should have that.
And a ring of fire.
I think that whole thing, we got to sort of mention the fact that Louis gave away the fact that he knew that Sharon was going to be in there. It was all just very messy. I think the whole way that they went in, they were confused by 99% of what was happening.
Do you know, I was going to say that was my kind of word that summed it up. From Louis and Sharon, they just seemed a bit confused. But I loved that.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays we live in an era when everybody pretty much knows what they're getting when they're going on a reality show. They know the rules of the show. They know how it works. They know how to portray themselves. Sharon and Louis just went in there and were like, what do you want us to do? Oh, we're in here. No, they're not meant to know you're in there. And I just love that, because I think we can pretty much guarantee from Sharon and Louis, we're going to get pure Sharon and Louis.
Yes.
We're not going to get any game playing or fakery. This is pure balls to the wall.
Maybe a little too much. I fear that they're going to be cancelled. I just think the two of them are sort of so cosy with each other.
Yeah.
They obviously get on so well.
Yeah.
They're very comfortable, and they slipped into that kind of friends chatting very quickly. And I thought, oh my God. They delivered some killer lines to their fellow housemates. Talking about Colson Smith's ears, talking about... I think it was something about David Potts and his size. There were so many little digs at people throughout, or he's going to be a bit too much, or oh my goodness. And it's absolutely brilliant for us, and that's what I love about it, because we're going to just enjoy every second. But they could push it a little bit too far, perhaps. This is not to be ageist at all, but I just want to sort of highlight the fact that there are 142 years with their ages combined. Quick maths from me.
That wasn't quick maths.
No, it wasn't. I had to do a calculation.
Did you prepare for today's podcast?
Can you not tell? So I think the two of them, they bring in that wealth of reality TV star experience, but without sort of that, the just disingenuousness that we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
They're coming in and just being like, oh, do you know what, take me or leave me. And that's why they are complete comedy gold.
What I think will be a really good barometer of how ITV are going to attack this Big Brother is their deployment of the bird sound. So famously Big Brother plays the bird noises over any conversations which are controversial or
yes,
can't
I hate
be aired.
it. I absolutely hate it.
We all hate it. And I will be interested to see if they look back at last night, potentially, like you say, the Sharon and Louis-isms, and there starts to be a little bit more birds here, a bit more birds there, and then by the end, it will be like a scene from the Birds movie where it's just birds, birds, birds.
No, I think it will be... I think watching them in between the breaks when they sort of were meant to be judging, and then it went back to the hosts AJ and Will, and they were like, "Oh, okay." They've not said anything.
They're just from a different era,
so
aren't
they? They were just choosing when they wanted to deliver, and that kind of that status of theirs. That's what I want them to maintain. I want them to just do exactly what they want.
Yeah,
and do it when it suits them.
I was completely unsurprised by the people that they chose.
Yeah, Although there was a bit of a kind of last minute switch around, wasn't there?
Yeah, where Sharon wanted Coulson and Louis said, let's do
I was
Susie.
like, no, Sharon, no.
Yeah.
Coulson's so lovely.
Yeah. I do see Louis' point that he sort of was fading a little bit into the background. But you need those characters, don't you? Or did you spot that Sharon has got her own bedroom?
Ooh.
So another thing that she gave the game away and that we love from them is she kept referring to when I go to my room. So another little luxurious clause in Mrs. O's contract. Love that for her.
But she is the queen, and whatever she wants to do, she can do.
So I think this would be a really good time to hear what Aisling and Gemma think of the cast, because they would know what it's like trying to, hold your own space within that house of braying fame seekers. She said it. So should we hear from the girls?
Let's do it.
I don't think there's going to be any hookups or any romance because, sorry, who is there for who? Who? Ekin Su, absolutely beautiful, but there's no young single men or old single men or straight single men. So there's going to be no hookups for her. I don't know who else. Louis Walsh and who? I don't know. I'm saying nothing. I've met David. Very nice. Very, very loud. Might be slightly annoying to live with, I'm not gonna lie, and he lives by his name, Pot. He's got a potty mouth, so he might be a bit annoying for some of the older housemates. They might find him a little bit too loud and potty mouthed. I think this year the budget went on Sharon Osbourne because half of them people I've never heard of. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Who are they? I don't blame Sharon Osbourne for only going in for a week for the money because she's an icon. She's high money. That wage check needs to be high if you've got her name on something. So I don't blame her. They must have paid an absolute fortune just for the week. I went in for a week and I made sure that they put some respect on my check. So I'm sure she did the same. I love Fern Britton and I love Louis Walsh. I love that they're older. I love that they're legends in their own right. I love that they've got so much showbiz gossip that I'm hoping that they're going to drop in the house. I really hope that Fern Britton spills the beans on what happened on This Morning on ITV with Phil. That is going to be a shocker, I reckon. I really hope that they get her drunk and she just tells the truth about everything. The only thing that I'm worried about is ITV maybe cutting things out and making it a little bit too prim and proper. Like, I want to see the raw truth of everyone and all of their warts and all of the gory stories, but I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see if that's what's going to happen now that it's on ITV. I can't believe that Kate Middleton's uncle is going on the show. I mean, what? Is it a master plan? Is it genius? Are the royal family all in on it? Is it a plan to make them seem sort of like more street credible, a bit more down with the mere mortals? Or is he just a black sheep and he's going to spill all the beans on the royal family gossip? I don't know. I'm here for it either way. I'm really here for it. I can't wait. He's my favourite person. I don't know who he is, never heard of him, but he's my favourite one that I'm going to be watching. I can't wait.
I love Sharon Osbourne. She says what she thinks. She's cool. I would just love to have a mum like that. I feel like she kind of stays with the times. She doesn't stay stuck back in whenever she was born or her era. She just kind of moves with the times. She's just super cool and seems fairly understanding to her children, which I don't have that. So I love seeing that.
Who do you think is most likely to kind of have a breakdown and war?
I don't know. I think people like Sharon and Fern seem to be pretty strong characters and pretty... I think it'll be more someone like Levi who may walk out because he's probably not used to the dramas of the industry. He's used to, he went on Dragon's Den, he had a very successful product. He's now got rich off that. He's not been in the press, been slammed, had, drugs around his name and all that stuff that all these other, not everyone, but a lot of these other celebrities have dealt with hard press and have had to build quite a thick skin. And I know that's different to living conditions, but I do think that sort of thick skin helps with that. And I think someone like him might not like all of the drama and the stuff that comes with being in a house full of all these different people. So I think a more chilled person is more likely to leave than a strong person.